wrong? What?
You were yelling at him.
How do you qualify that as screaming?
Listen, you're
That's
being
not
warned.
screaming.
Listen, you're being warned for disorderly conduct.
Awesome.
Stop yelling at them.
I'm not yelling.
If we have to come back out here, what's going on?
I'm the one that called.
Hi, baby. What's going on?
Well, come on up.
Get comfortable.
So, the neighbor, he's over here, had been over here twice today, and I witnessed. I witnessed it twice, where he's over here cussing them out about property line issue. When they moved, when he bought the house, apparently, when he bought that house 4 years ago, they asked permission to use a little piece of the back, because they wanted to set. They have no backyard, basically. So they wanted a place they could set, and they set. So then he decided he was going to put up a fence this year, and he told them he was going to run it right down off of their house. And they said, we don't have permission to do that. He showed him where the property line was, and then he was because he said, well, why is the property line there? It didn't need to be there. It's nothing to do with them. There's a property pin out there.
Mm-hmm.
But he was over here, and this time he was carrying a saw with him, and he stood at him and was flailing it around, and I decided to come over here, and I asked him to leave. And he said he wasn't afraid of my ass. And I'm like, well, I don't want you to argue with me. I just want you to leave. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police.
Okay.
So I called the police. So as far as I'm concerned, he was threatening me at that point.
Him coming over here and just with her here and cussing up a storm.
Yeah.
Effing this and effing that, and he did it, and Jesus Christ.
He was arguing with you guys over the property line.
Yeah, and he said we should have known it. And well, we did. We talked to him about it and got all that straightened out. But he's been back and forth, and he'll say something and get all riled again and try to talk to him. You can't. Whatever you say, you're wrong.
Okay. Do you have any arguments with him before? Or any issues with him before?
Alright, guys, welcome to today's video, and this one escalates fast. A worried neighbor calls police after witnessing an elderly couple repeatedly harassed over a property line dispute. What starts as a boundary argument turns into aggressive shouting, profanity, and even a confrontation with a saw in hand. Tension builds as frustration, fear, and confusion collide, forcing police to step in before things spiral any further out of control.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is, his ex-wife, who lives with, comes and mows their grass and helps them out.
They use our mower. This is when he said that we use his property. Well, we using his property to mow his grass. That's where we was on his property. And of course, the issue back here. It's just a big spot, and they're not. That's fine to use. I mean, it's a long.
Yeah.
They had a fence up along their backyard, and there was this open space.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him. He said when he moved in, he went over and stood in his living room, asked permission to use that space so they could put lawn chairs out there. And you can see what he did out there.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, after 4 years, this guy says he wants to put a fence up there.
I told him, I said, I'll mow your yard. He said, do I want to pay you for it? I said, no, I don't pay you for it. Just a little yard here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I got to the place where I can't do it. And his wife come out and volunteered, or his ex-wife come out and volunteered to mow it for me. So they used my mower and everything. And now he says he mowed it. You know, he mows it all the time, you know.
Well, just because he mows it don't mean it belongs to him.
Huh?
He said just because he mows it don't mean it belongs to him.
No.
Okay, let me go over here and see what's going on with him, okay?
Okay.
Hey!
The situation deepens as the elderly couple explains the history behind the property space. What once began as a friendly agreement years ago has now turned into conflict, resentment, and accusations. The couple tries to stay reasonable, but the stress is visible. Their peace has been disrupted repeatedly, and now emotions run high. By the time officers step in, patience is gone and the confrontation is unavoidable.
Hey! Stop yelling! Why are you yelling at him?
Because he's
Okay,
over
this
and
is the
I don't
whole
like
reason we got called out here.
it. Cool.
What's the problem with the property line?
I went over to tell them where the property line was because I just saw it and found out on the auditor's website, and then that wasn't really received well, and then they offered to forgive me, which really pissed me off. But I'm like, you've been taking the largest portion of my yard.
Pissed you off that they offered to forgive you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I see that you don't really understand that either, but I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
They were taking over a large portion of my yard and then offered to forgive me.
Okay.
Would that not bother you?
So there's two different stories here. They're saying
Yeah, but theirs is the incorrect one.
Okay, right, of course, always.
Awesome.
So they're saying
I
it's
don't
their
know why I'm
property.
talking to you. Isn't there someone else?
No, it's me.
Cool.
Okay. So you're gonna have to get a survey. Okay, because if it is on his property, he can tear it down.
I never said I would be terrible.
Okay.
Cool.
That being said, don't go over there anymore. Not sure why you're out here yelling and cussing anyway, right?
Saying the legal thing is to do
Right?
survey. I can tell you the way.
I don't really like talking to you.
I don't care if you like it or not.
I know, but you're just like genuinely unpleasant.
First thing you did when I walked up here is start screaming at them.
That's not true. Like, if you feel like you have a strange definition of screaming, then
That's the first thing you did when I walked up here to talk to you
screaming.
about it.
So you're going to qualify that as screaming.
So, right. So you're being warned for disorderly conduct.
Awesome.
There's no reason for you to be over there. Like he just explained to you, what you need to do is have it surveyed.
Have it surveyed, legal document.
So the auditor's website isn't good enough?
The actual survey. Now, where we're getting involved is disorderly conduct. Screaming, hey, you have to mess across the property line, that's disorderly.
Yeah. So nobody did that.
You did this, we're watching.
No, I didn't. Did I say? I didn't say. You just implied.
You were screaming as soon as I walked
You
up
are
here.
wrong. What?
You were yelling
how
at
are
him.
You, how do you
I don't-
qualify that as
Listen,
screaming?
listen. You're
That's
being
not
warned.
screaming.
Listen, you're being warned for disorderly conduct.
Awesome.
Stop yelling at them.
I'm not yelling.
If we have to come back out here, you're on.
Police finally confront the neighbor, and the tone shifts immediately. Instead of calming down, he continues arguing, dismissing concerns, and challenging everyone around him. Officers push back hard, laying out the situation clearly and warning him for disorderly conduct. It becomes clear this isn't a misunderstanding anymore, it's behavior that crosses the line. The warning is firm, direct, and the message is simple: any more chaos, and this turns criminal.
Be charged. Do you understand that?
Great.
Come out. You're obviously amped up, man. I don't want you to go to jail. Okay?
I've been there before.
I know. I don't want you to go to jail. Is it just a warning for disorderly?
Yeah, but I need his information.
All right. Samuel.
Sam, what?
Samuel.
What's
I
your
don't know his date
social?
of birth. Good.
Yeah.
Hey. Madeline here?
Nope.
Just give me Madeline for a little bit.
Yeah. We're done. He's been warned.
Probably would be right there.
If it's happening.
So, yeah, come back up here.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. If you want to come over here because he's being the way that he's being, you can come over here. Try not to engage with him.
I
If
told
he
him,
does-
I didn't want to argue with him. I said, just leave, or I'm going to call the police.
They have to tell him to leave because it's their
He did.
property.
He told him to
Okay,
leave
perfect.
several times.
So he's been warned for disorderly conduct. Okay? If he continues to yell or come onto your property, call us back.
That's what I just told him. I
Okay.
said, don't engage with him, don't talk to him, just call 911.
You know where the property line is.
No, we
If
don't.
you-
But we don't listen. We don't deal with the property lines, and he's been told that you guys are gonna have to have it surveyed because if not,
With the confrontation over, officers gather the necessary information and ensure the situation doesn't reignite. The neighbor is told to stay away, while the elderly couple gets reassurance and guidance on how to protect themselves if he returns. The tone shifts from conflict to control as police regain order. What was moments ago explosive now settles into cautious calm, but the seriousness of what just happened still lingers.
And he does build a fence on your property, you can tear it down.
Well, the thing of it is, you could go. I'm just saying, you could go back there and use the fence where it comes this way. Would pick a toe.
They can't really deal with that.
I know, but there's a stake right there. That's proper.
Yeah, he showed him the stake, and then the guy wanted to argue with him about where it's.
Well, see, when he bought the place, he just had bought the place, and I talked to him in the living room all over the day, and I told him I know where we had 15 inches down the side of the house, and I said, could I just use that little corner for a picnic area, you know? And so I built that all in there, and put that fence all up and everything, and things.
It really improved them.
And so when he said he's going to put a fence up, so I decided, well, he's going to put a fence clear to the back of his property.
And he told us this morning.
I just
that
started
we could
moving
have
that
the
out.
fence
He's-
and take it down. So if he tries to say later that we ruined it to us, we told us so.
Okay.
I have to go
Yep, you're good.
because I'm going out of town.
You're
to go
good.
play.
But
And,
like I told him, if he comes back
yeah,
or he
yeah.
starts yelling or anything like that, give us a call. We'll come back out.
And their son's coming over, I think.
Okay. Good deal.
And I'm just.
Tell them not to go over there and start anything either.
Right.
Okay.
No, I don't think there's been any of them starting anything.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if somebody was talking to you guys, if somebody was talking to my parents that way, I probably wouldn't be very happy about it either.
Right.
So,
And he asked me to come over here and make sure that nothing's
yeah.
happening.
Well,
No,
he's
you're
been
fine.
looking out for me.
Yeah,
I've only been here 4 years in June,
Mhm.
and he's been watching out. I've taken him to the hospital and stuff, and I can't drive him.
All right. Like I said, if he comes back here, give us a call. He's already been
Thank
warned
you, dear.
once. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys have a good day, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
This final stretch gives clarity and closure. The elderly homeowner explains how the shared space came to be, revealing how something intended to be kind and cooperative eventually turned hostile. Police continue to reassure them, advising them to avoid confrontation and call immediately if the situation escalates again. After everything, the couple is left safer, supported, and heard. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.